going? It is Fangs and welcome to a video I'm super excited to bring to you guys today. So we are getting closer and closer to the Premier League starting yet again. It's gonna happen in August. Everyone's exciting. The summer window's going on right now. Everyone's ready for some more football. We've had enough of a break, and when that time comes, there's something you can do that's a lot of fun during then. I do it in American football. That's also coming more so like September, and then moving into the end of September is when it'll get to the more serious American football like NFL games, and then the end of September exactly is when college football starts. It's huge for me, and around those times I usually do certain things called fantasy drafts, which are a lot of fun. They're huge in the United States. It's something I've done for like the last 6 years. I did it with some girls in my neighborhood, which was a ton of fun. We drafted these teams, we went against each other, money was on the line, and I was first place for most of the time, and then I got to the playoffs, and my team, who was amazing, just stunk it up in the playoffs, and I ended up getting 4th place. It was super annoying, but something I've never done before, which I don't know if you guys have tried before, and I wanted to bring to you, is doing fantasy football for European football, which is huge, and I want to do it in the EPL. So I didn't want to just pick any site to do this with today. I wanted to play this game with a site that is actually sponsoring this video here today. You can check them out, link in the description down below. I'll have all their downloadable links right here. It's Draft Fantasy. That link would be draftfantasyfootball.co.uk. This is Draft Fantasy Football for the Premier League. It's fun. It is amazing. I'm going to show you how it works. I'm going to play around with a little bit. We're going to have some fun here. So obviously, first and foremost, you do have to be 18 plus. Please be. I know it kind of stinks if you're not. You'll get there one day, but you know there could be money on the line and all that kind of stuff, so you have to be. All you want to do to get started is hit sign up now. They'll have you enter all this information right here. It's very quick. It happens super. You don't even have to like confirm your email. I hate when that has to happen. I'm going to sign into my account. All right, so a brief preview of what goes on with the draft, how it pretty much works. So the draft's where you pick players. You have 15 different rounds. You'll have so many different people in your league, and you can create your own league. You can have multiple leagues, as many as you want. They're free to create on here. It's awesome. And you may get a chance to be a part of my league in this video, which is actually going to have a prize at the end of the season for the winner of $100. So you have 15 rounds, and you go turn by turn with each player, picking different players from the Premier League. You'll have a certain amount of defenders you can have, midfielders you can have, forwards you can have. We'll see that all whenever I'm playing it later. You'll get to see a little bit more about that. And the way that the pick orders go, you start off with, say, like we have Bill and David and Charles. Bill goes first, and it goes all the way to Charles. And then round 2, to make it's a snake draft. It makes it a little bit, you know, not so unfair. Then Charles gets to go first, and it just goes back and forth like that. So it's huge. There's auto picks. If you happen to not be able to show up to the draft and you're in mine, you can always put on like a queue of the players that you would have liked to have had, and your thing will auto pick them, which is an awesome feature. And so what I'm going to do right now is create a new league, and this is kind of how you set it up. So you have your team name. You can choose whatever team name you want. I'm just going to put Fangsy's team. That'll be there. Then you have your league name. This is what I'm gonna name the league. So this league is gonna be called the Fang Banksters. And that's what the league will be the whole time. You are going to be, if you're in this, you are the Fang Banksters. So the type of draft that I'd want to choose right here would obviously be a regular draft. I'm interested in that. You go head-to-head versus a person every week for every game. So that's huge. I want to make it private because I want to be able to invite the people that I want into it. I also want to start the draft manually. I want to know when you can do automatically. You can actually set a date and time if you want to, which I guess I could set up for that, but I like to do, you know what, we'll do it. Just say, maybe the beginning of August, before the season starts, you wanna have it then, you set a time. I'm gonna say probably 3 would be the best time because that's good for America and good for the UK. And then you can add these different rules here, which I do wanna kind of talk about. They have different rules, which are a lot of fun. Now, I'm sure you guys play Fantasy Premier League through the official game. This season, they're actually going to have a draft mode as well, and I was pretty excited about that until I saw what was going on with Draft Fantasy Football. So in the FPL draft, they don't even allow you to trade players between managers, which is just, I don't understand it. It takes the fun out of it. Like, in the American one that you do, anytime in the season, say you have a player that you haven't been using that much and you're not going to get any use out of him, but somebody actually really needs them on their team. They've had an injury, they've had something go on, they need him on their team. You're able to trade between each other throughout the season, and that's a huge feature. So Draft Fantasy Football allows you to do that. They allow you to trade amongst the managers, which is huge. It also gives you those customizable options like I was showing you earlier, like the Conte rule. That gives you points for tackles, interceptions, and recoveries. It just opens up the range of how many points you can get for things like your midfielders and your defenders. It just opens up the opportunity for your defensive players to score more more points, which might help you like dramatically in your match. There's also all different kinds of bonus points. I can show you a list of the bonus points really quick. Take a look at them. Bonus points. You're playing 1 to 60 minutes, you get 3 points. Playing over 60 minutes, 6 points. Midfielder scoring goals, 18 points. There's a bunch of cool additions that you can see here that you wouldn't see there. With all those added additions, we'll go to advanced. We pick the time for the draft, so you can have like, I only want 30 seconds. I only want maybe to have 8 people in this draft. From each club, like Chelsea, they can only have 3 players, or maybe they can only have 2 players from Chelsea. And then how many keepers, defenders, midfielders, forwards they have. You do that, you go, you want the end of season playoff? I do. I don't really want to do the Dynasty League. You hit Create League, and voila. It's up, it's coming, bada bing, bada boom. So right here, you can go from the top, you can just invite your friends, hit copy link, invite your friends. I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna put it on Twitter, I'm gonna have 8 people, I'm gonna play this on here, I'm gonna show a draft and show you what it looks like live on here. Let me invite my 8 people. So guys, as you can see, you have different things that you can choose from in here, and you wanna go before your draft, you wanna try to choose your players, see everything. We've got all of our teams right here. We got some names here, La Migra, Park FC, Not So Hotspur, Leave My Barcelona, BT Show, Crispo, all these freaking people. And so I've made myself a little auto pick list that you can see over here to the right. I'd like Lukaku, Sanchez, Milner, De Bruyne, all those different players would be nice. A cool feature you can see is you can see the table for the EPL, which is cool. Sadly, West Ham's at the bottom, but that's only because it's alphabetical order. Don't think that. Fixtures, you can see these are the first matches that are coming up. Arsenal and Leicester will be the first one. Watford, Liverpool, you got West Ham down there against Man U. That's going to be a very hard matchup, especially with Lukaku up top now. That's kind of scary. And so we have our like list of people and who they're going to go first. I'm first, BT's second, and we got Game of Throwing. I think that's what it says. Crispo. And so I'm going to go ahead and hit start the draft. I made this a manual draft, and I'm going to hit start. And from here, I don't know. Did it pick mine right away? I wasn't paying attention, but I feel like I was first. Maybe oh, it changes it. So it switches it up. Once you hit auto draft, it's at random. So at first I was first, but now I'm in 8th. So we have to wait for Game of Throw-In to make his selection. The draft will start in 13 seconds though. This is not the beginning. You have to wait. You get like a little countdown. People can get ready. They can prepare. There's a little chat section to the right if you guys want to chat with each other. It would be awesome. You know, you'd be like, oh no, I wanted this player. Don't take this player. Blah, 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 blah. Now he's making his pick. It's round 1. Game of Thrones making his pick. We're gonna find out who it's gonna be. He's got his pick. Let's go ahead and look and see. We gotta go, who did he choose? We'll go to teams. We gotta go over here. He got Aguero. So the first pick of the draft is gonna be Sergio Aguero. Oh, then De Gea and Kane were taken. That's huge as well. Goodbye, De Gea and Kane. I actually think Kane might have been, no, he wasn't one. I didn't even think Aguero, you know, there's a few on here that I didn't even think to put on here. La Migra's taking his time making his draft pick. Come on, La Migra. Who are you gonna take? Who are you gonna take from here? Oh, we're waiting. 9, 8, maybe he's not there. Maybe he needs to make an auto pick. Who knows? We'll wait and see. 3, 2, 1. Okay, it's done. So who did he get? We're gonna have to move over here in a second. BT Show. He should know. BT knows who he's going for. I feel like he would have known by now. Come on. Don't make me think about this, BT. Don't make me think about this. What is it gonna be? They'll take their whole 30 seconds sometimes. Lloris, he went for a keeper first? I don't know if that would be my best choice to go for a keeper first right there. Oh, you know what? I think when I have auto pick on, even when I'm here, it auto picks for me. That's a little bit frustrating. Let me look and see what the heck. Yeah, I just went past my pick really quickly. Uh-oh. So you gotta unclick auto pick if this is gonna happen. You have to unclick it otherwise. Who did it give me? Oh, it gave me Milner. I did want De Bruyne and Milner, so that's okay. Those were the people that were on my auto pick list. But that's kind of frustrating because I could have gone for somebody else. Ericsson's coming in. These teams are coming together. Man, I can't believe Chris took Sanchez. He was the top of my auto pick list, and he had to go and take my Sanchez, my dirty Sanchez. You can click by the players, by the way. My positions, forward, midfielder. You can see who's already taken. If they're pink or this purple color, they're already taken. These are some of the people that are open. These are more so their points based on last season, I believe. So they did really good last season. Doesn't mean they're gonna do good this season. You have to watch out for that. And we're already into round 2 moving on. I'll probably only do about 8 rounds of this, I'd imagine. Oh, all right, we're gonna see if Conte is up. Wait, why is he not popping up? There he is. They have him as a midfielder. So that's one that I'm gonna wanna draft. I'm gonna wanna draft Conte. He's gonna be a huge one because he gets like, he just does work. He scores goals, he does defensive plays, like he's amazing. So I'm gonna definitely try my hardest to do that. And what's the rest of the list? Let's see what we got here. So Sanchez, Azpilicueta's not taken yet. Roberto Firmino's not taken yet. Jeez, this is hard to keep up with. Ooh, So I've got a while before my next. I'm the 24th pick, and all these people are taking their times making their picks. Some people I don't think are fully here. That might be the problem. One of the guys is not actually here. All right, I got my guy up. I'm ready. I'm waiting. Come on, guys. I know it's not my turn to pick, but I'm waiting. I'm waiting. I want to make my selection now. This is what makes it so fun, is because you get to just like your perfect team. It doesn't matter if there's like a salary cap on it or anything. You make your perfect team, the players that you want, as long as they're on the drawing board. No two people can have the same player. That's big for this fantasy. No two people. Here we go. Draft him. Draft him. There we go. We get Conte. I think that's going to be big for my team. All right, so I think Diego Costa would be good. Let's look at the other teams. How are people's teams doing so far? I wonder. Oh, Hazard, Eriksson, Wanyama, Mane, Lacazette. I totally forgot about, he just got there. Lacazette's already on there, able to be on the team. Mine I'll be making probably for like August 2nd, by the way, just because it's right before the season, and then there'll be waivers. There's waivers in here, if you didn't know that. So players that are just coming like through transfer, or maybe they're an up-and-coming player, I will set mine probably. You can set it to where like people will put themselves as they request for the waiver, but they're not always gonna get it. It's gotta be fair, and so I'll definitely have a waiver system on there. All right, we've made it to my pick. So I need to come over here and I need to look and see. It tells you what you need left, by the way. You can have 2 keepers, 3 defensive players. I need a keeper, so let's just take Heaton. Yeah, he's the top one. Maybe he won't do good next season, but he's the top one. I don't know if that's like a good logic to go by with this, but I'm gonna go by it, because that's just the way I live, okay? That's the way I live my life. At this point, we added Heaton, we have Azpilicueta, Conte, Diego Costa. That's just great. So what do we need here? We need another keeper. We can get any of those guys. Defense 3, midfielders 3, forwards. So I need quite a few. Quite a few to add here. What are we gonna go for? I don't even know. He might be a good pick out of what's left for the forwards. Benteke, possibly. Just notice it's Game of Throw-ins. Now I get that. I couldn't see the full name before, but now I totally get that. You guys have to be super creative. When you create your leagues, you have to be super creative with these names. All right, we're nearing my pick again, and here we go. Let's go ahead. Let's get over to the players. Let's see who we're gonna choose. All right, what's left here? What is left forward? Let's get Defoe, draft that. Perfect. And then Cahill might be okay. Oh, I can't. He's already, you cannot pick players from the same club. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. So I've had too many from that club. That's something you got to pay attention to, and I haven't even been paying attention to it at all. That's a little bit frustrating. Let's just do Zaha. I don't have a whole lot of time. You got to be fast with this sometimes. And this is the 8th round right here. This is the 8th round. There's a lot of players being chosen. Okay, guys, we're going to come back. I'm gonna show you at the end of this. We got like a few more, 7 more rounds left. I'm gonna show you at the end of this who everyone chose. All right, guys, take a look at the teams that we put together here. I'm just gonna do like scrolls through so you can see most of the players for all the teams that everyone's selected. And I want you to tell me in the comments down below who you think drafted the best team. So we'll do just a slow scroll over, see everybody that everybody got for their teams. Crispo, Leave My Barcelona, Game Throw-ins. They're just so funny. BT's team, I think, looks pretty good. Lukaku, Benteke, Welbeck, check. Pogba in there. It just looks so good. So check this out, by the way. Once you're done, you have your lineup. You can choose if you want players in. Do you drag? Oh, you click. So you click on it, and then oh wait, no, you gotta click, oh, boom. So you make the change. I chose Conte right there, though. I put Herrera in. I bet there's an easier view. Let's see if Milner comes in if I put it there. Yeah, okay, see, there you go. So you can choose who you want to be in your starting lineup, and then you have your reserves, obviously. Your starting lineup are the guys who get the points, by the way. If you don't like that view, you can always do the lineup and subs through this way. So this is easier. You can kind of see more on your subs, and you can make the selections to sub people in. So guys, this is something that I think I'm gonna have a ton of fun with. I think you should have a ton of fun with. Get leagues. Even if you don't make my league, get your friends on there. You guys make a league. Have some fun with it. The season. It makes the season more interesting. It makes you want to watch it even more. Now, if you want a chance to do mine, obviously, in the comments down below, I already have 8 players, the ones that were in this, but I want to have like a 16-team league if it allows me. So I need another 8 players. So you're going to tell me why you want to be in my league. In the comments down below, you'll have already had to make a Draft Fantasy account, and let me know what your name is on there, and I will send you the invite. Alright guys, that is going to be it for this video. If you guys did enjoy it, obviously hitting that thumbs up button would be awesome. And until next time, see you guys later.